this is Arnoud, WizBiz.com, and today we're gonna play! We're gonna play with a very special form. The endless 8-figure in these games are called lemniscates, and the ball goes on forever and ever. That's why we call this episode the Infinite Lemniscate. But hey, what is a lemniscate? This is just a figure 8 and, in this way it's a lemniscate. But let's take a look at...
Hello up there. Hello. Howdy.
Hello.
Yeah, it's me, Mr. Lemniscate.
Who are you?
Excuse me. I'm from the agency.
Oh, you must be the stuntman I ordered.
Your service,
okay.
Mr.
Yes, okay, very good.
Where do you want me? Ready when you are.
Well, you're only needed near the end of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Near the end.
Yeah.
Well, I'll sit over here and prepare myself mentally.
Okay. Well, thank you. I call you when you're needed.
Yeah, well, just go on. No problem. Stuntmen are used to a lot of waiting. You need patience when you're in showbiz.
Okay.
Although I understand this is WizBiz.
It is. Yeah. First, I'd like to show some theory about the lemniscates, okay?
Okay.
So I suggest you just hang around
go
and
ahead.
I call you when you're needed, okay? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Because every lemniscate can be described by a mathematical function, just like this. X square plus y square, and the whole thing square, equals a factor a, which is 1 at the moment, x square, minus a factor b, also 1 at the moment, y square. So that is how it is described mathematically with a formula. And then you get a lemniscate like this, and you can modulate the a as a, well, more or less as a general scale factor. As you can see, if I make it bigger, the whole lemniscate pumps itself up into some, well, Mickey Mouse ears, I guess. That's nice. And the other factor more or less is a form factor. The more you increase it, the more it resembles a bow tie. Let me show you. If I do the B a little bit bigger, you see it resembles more or less the traditional lemniscates as we know it, more or less a bow tie.
Sorry, Mr. Sorry to interrupt. I think I really like this video up till now. I really appreciate that you hired me, but
okay. Yeah.
Don't you think it's time for a little bit of action now?
Not yet,
Okay.
Mr. Stuntman.
Not yet.
No, in a moment.
I'll be here when you need me.
Yeah, let me explain and let me.
Go on.
Yeah, let me
Tell
animate.
them about all the theory and all. Yeah.
Yes, I will. Yeah. As you can see, I've animated the A and the B factor in this brilliant online mathematical tool, GeoGebra. Check it out. And now you can see the lemniscate move. Okay, so now we know the mathematical background. The next relevant question, of course, is how we can reproduce this figure 8 motion ourselves mechanically. I stumbled upon this information online. There are some drawings here of various stages of a mechanical construction that describes the lemniscate motion, basically being 2 rods of equal length connected in a pivot point on the edge of 2 mutually synchronized wheels, and the wheels have an opposite direction of rotation. As you can see, it describes the lemniscate quite good. By the way, all the links to websites with relevant information you'll find in the description of this video. And as you can see, this inventor did a lot of research, but his original idea from the 1990s turned out to be already patented in 1957 by one Clayton L. Fanier, as you can see here. Fanier, by the way, was not looking for a method of reproducing the lemniscate curve. His invention was for a combustion engine or a pump. In the original sketch, however, the lemniscate curve number 33, immediately catches the eye. So you can imagine I was very curious if I could reproduce this motion with a Fisher technique model, and here you have it. It's describing...
In business. Where do you want me? I have to sit on one of those gears?
No, not on the gears. Please, don't go on the gears.
I hate to inform you, mister. I'm not articulated enough to go pole dancing.
There is no pole dancing involved at all. This is an example. This is an example of the
Another
motion.
Example.
Yeah, an example. Yeah, yeah. And you're
Okay.
in a moment. You're on.
No problem. I'm here when you need me.
Sure. Yeah. So as you can see, this describes the lemniscate curve very accurate. But the movement is not yet along the curve. So I built another model where an element that is not attached to the construction more or less follows the curve in a magical way, just as a lemniscate should be.
I see it.
And
I have to sit on that white moving thing.
no, you're not in this. You're in the next model. In the next model. Okay, I call
I'll
you.
be here. Ready when you are.
Okay. Yeah, as you can see, it follows along the magical curve, the lemniscate curve. And here you see the inner workings, which are, of course, exactly what you could have guessed. A small magnet on a chain. It's glued to the chain, and because the two gears are a little bit out of angle, it can just pass in the middle there. Took a few tricks to construct it, but worked out really nice in the end. So this magnet goes round and passes itself in the middle here. And there it is again. And it can move the element without being attached to the construction on a small plate that you cover it with. And it goes round like so, and round and round and round. Okay, before we get to the last model, actually, I have to talk a little bit about this, a small flip-flop that I made, because I needed driver outputs on a flip-flop to drive the electromagnets for the last model we're gonna introduce in a moment. As you can see, I've made two extra outputs besides the normal flip-flop outputs, and I've built the whole thing into a small Fisher Technique cassette. So this is what we need for our final model, in which our stuntman Mr. Lemniscate can go round and round.
Did I hear my name?
Oh yeah, you can go and prepare now, Mr. Lemniscate.
Sure, mister. Ready for action.
That gives me time to quickly show a motor speed control that I made for the next model, so that I can, well, more or less control the speed of the whole thing. And here we have it all together. The flip-flop module being driven by a small push button, touched each rotation of the wheels, and it flips and flops. And it drives the electromagnets that attach to these metal plates on the seat of Mr. There you are.
Hello,
Mr. Lemniscate. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
You have your helmet on,
Let's
I see.
go for it.
Okay, we switch it on. Are you ready?
Action after all.
Here we go.
Yeah. Whoa.
As you see,
Okay.
Mr. Lemniscate's been attached to
we can
one and
handle.
now to the other wheel, and he
this
goes
is great. Yeah, here
round
we
and
go.
round.
It needs a professional to do
Each
this,
revelation
right?
of the
Here we
wheel,
go.
the micro switch is
I like
touched, and the flip-flop
Yeah.
goes to another state,
Oh, this is great.
drives the other electromagnet, and takes over Mr. Lemniscate on the other wheel.
Although I'm paid by the hour, you may speed up a little bit.
Well, okay. Well, no. I have to check the insurance first then.
Ooh, yeah, better.
But we have a motor
Go.
control, so we could
Go,
do
go,
that.
go.
But there is a speed limit to this
I like
thing,
it.
I guess.
It's all in a day's job for Mr. Lemniscate.
Okay, and that was it. Did you like it?
I sure did, mister. Whew, I hope people like this video, starring me, Mr. Lemniscate, and give it a big thumbs up.
Thumbs?
Well,
Okay.
well, you know what I mean.
I'm sure people will let us know if they liked it, and we're both looking forward to seeing you in the future with another video. Bye!
Phew, that was great.
Wow, you are great, Mr. Lemniscate.
I'm a professional.
Sure, you...
I'm so happy I didn't have to wear a mouth mask for this.
Mouth mask? Well, you had your helmet on.
Yeah. Well, the problem is I don't have any ears.
Oh, I haven't even noticed that.
What? What you say?